Developer Shed headquarters with news you can't use for the week of January 2nd, 2008. I've got the news for you, but first, a word from our sponsor. Go to mypc.com is the easiest and most secure way for your employees to access their Office PC from anywhere, all over the internet. They can access their programs, files, emails, and your company network, just as if they were in the office. Setup takes just 2 minutes, and no additional software or hardware is required. You can try Go to MyPC free for 30 days. Just visit go to mypc.com to get started, and tell them Jenny sent you. New York Senator and evil bitch Hillary Clinton got in trouble this week when 2 anti-Barack Obama websites were traced back to her campaign. The websites were set up to attack Obama and showcase him as being a coward. When asked how he felt about these attacks, Obama had this to say.
Courage! You could say that again.
Then he abruptly called Hillary a fat duty head and ran home and cried to his mommy. In other Hillary Clinton news, the Wicked Witch of the East Coast made yet another boo-boo over the weekend when she urged Iowa voters to caucus on the wrong day. Fortunately for the would-be president, hubby Bill was near at hand to clear matters up, saying, "Hillary is the butchest woman I ever met. She wouldn't know what to do with a caucus if it hit her in the face."
You know something? Not only are we going to New Hampshire, we're going to South Carolina and Oklahoma and Arizona and North Dakota and New Mexico. And we're going to California and Texas and New York. And we're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House. Yeah!
Every boy's dream is to be able to fly like Superman, except for the more feminine boys, who would rather fly like swarthy cartoon star Aladdin on a magic carpet with their hairless chest showing and their pseudo-mullet blowing in the wind. Well, thanks to Professor Lakshminarayan Mahadevan of the prestigious 711 University in Cambridge, Mass., that dream is one step closer to reality. According to the professor, the key is to levitating a carpet is to creating an uplift by making ripples that push against air, against a horizontal surface like the ground. The movements create a high-pressure gap between the carpet and the floor that balance the weight of the carpet. The same ripples force the carpet to move back and forth. We asked the professor what his next invention might be, and he had this to say.
Yes, I'm sorry, I do not speak English, okay.
Nothing defines the holiday season and New Year more than the gifts of the fortunate to the less fortunate. And that's just what happened this week when hard-working single mom Mary Ann Schaefer of Naples, Florida was given a scratch-off ticket and won $25 grand. Excited, she turned over the ticket to find a number to claim the winnings and saw this message. Claim form supplied by Santa Claus must be validated by the Tooth Fairy and conform to her game rules. A local cop named Bear Testige had this to say. How can anyone be so mean around Christmas time? When asked to further his comments, Officer Bear rose to his feet and stumbled awkwardly forward, saying, Other Christmas pranks by Santa this year include wrapping the toilet seat in clear wrap, pushing old ladies down at the supermarket, and poking holes in everyone's condoms. A misguided nerd who got his ass handed to him in a Chinese schoolyard this week did what any kid would do. Doused his opponent with gasoline and lit him on fire. The youth said that he had recently lost himself in the popular game world of Warcraft and had completed his transformation in the Fire Mage. Police arrested the boy and sentenced him to 8 years of prison, where he will be transformed into a sweet piece of ass mattress mage.
Leroy Dragons!
This comes a day after 2 teens in Colorado killed a young girl reenacting a fight scene from the game Mortal Kombat. And a week after I ate a bunch of mushrooms and ran around kicking the crap out of some baby sea turtle.
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas!
It's been a tough year for old Santa Nick, from being fired for saying ho 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 to being given a black eye by some little punk throwing a rock. But the worst came a few nights ago when a helicopter he was flying in was shot at. The helicopter, a part of a charter for the party in Brazil, was apparently mistaken for a police vehicle. After taking 2 shots to its fuselage, the copter turned around and headed home. Santa, whose nerves were clearly rattled, had this to say about his rough year. He then went off and knocked back a couple of drinks before finishing up his night. Here is some footage from one of his deliveries. This is Jenny, wishing you a happy New Year.